CRAIGCOHEN 87 here for another episode of the Iron Den. And today is going to be day 3, shoulders. Looking forward to it. It's actually a pretty easy day. I don't have a ton of exercises to do, so it's going to be the easiest day of the week, which it usually is, and more so. And of course, we are slowly going to, me and my coach, add in the volume as needed, as I can handle it. Right now we're going to start low, work our way up. I glanced over the exercises. I see there's a couple of supersets in there. So there should be, I know he wants me to use dumbbells for a few of the exercises, but I prefer the barbell for the upright row. So I'm going to use barbells for the upright row. I just feel it a lot better. My arms are even. Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to do it. Of course, I'm going to hit the tanning machines before. It's a standing one, so I don't want to call it a bed. What do you call it? What do you call the bed that you stand in? The tanning booth, I suppose? I'm going to hit that for 10 minutes. That'll be my third time this week. So I like to do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And it's been working pretty well. Skin's looking great. Poses are looking great. Getting some great feedback. So let's just keep doing what I'm doing. Don't need to complicate it any further. Had my last meal about 25 minutes ago. I had the rice cereal, a scoop of protein powder, 15 grams of peanut butter. I put half a teaspoon of salt. Love salt. And I know that, and a banana. Mix that together and eat it. It is so delicious. I'm always like licking the bowl after I'm done. I wish I could eat like 4 of those, honestly. With honey, and more peanut butter. But I gotta stick to a diet. Although I do find it much more difficult now sticking to that diet. That whole week where I got to eat anything I want, it's like I've developed some bad habits now. My discipline's not where it was. Keep in mind, my next show is not for another 16 months, so I keep making excuses, but if I want to be better than I was, I gotta start right now. I can't wait until 3 months out to get serious. I gotta get serious now. Because I was serious for so long for the last show, you know? You just take it for granted. You just think that, okay, that's my floor, the way I look. Not necessarily. I could look worse the next show if I don't take care of what needs to be taken care of. But I'm sure I'll snap back into it. Energy is good, but it's not great. Feel a little tired. Mowed the lawn for the first time in 3 weeks. That was a job. My battery died. I had to pause, eat, come out and do it again. Every time I went out to go mow the lawn, it would rain. And you gotta give it at least a full day to dry, and And then when it stopped raining, I went back to work. So today was the first day I was able to do it. So it's done. Alright, should be at our destination in about 10 minutes, and I will see you in the gym. Set 1, exercise number 1. It's going to be a superset right off the bat. I'm going to do cable side laterals, superset with a barbell upright row. Now I know my coach wants me to use dumbbells, but I definitely prefer the barbells. Hopefully he won't be too upset. I'm going to keep the weight lower for now, set the baseline, and then try to beat the baseline every week. Here we go. I want to get at least 10 of each. High quality reps. Alright, that was the easy part. This is the hard part. Here we go, nice and high. Alright, so that was 9 reps with 110. Probably a little too heavy for me. I'm gonna lower the weight. And still, I'm trying to figure out those baselines. Set number 2, I'm gonna keep the cables the same weight. But I went from 110 to 80 pounds. Let's see how it goes. They were good reps, I felt them, but I wasn't going high enough. And remember, I'm only cheating myself. Here we go. Oh, it's a little too heavy, but I'll correct that for next week. Let's see how the 80s feel. Much better. 1, 2, 3, 10. Whew. Much better. I'm gonna have to find the starting point somewhere in the middle of that and then go lower than I just did now for the second set. But I wouldn't have known that unless I tried it. So that's where we go. Time for some shoulder press. Alrighty, another superset. Looking forward to it. I'm gonna do the dumbbells like I normally do, only I'm gonna do a barbell front raise superset. So we're gonna go 80 pounds on the dumbbells. Again, I'm taking a shot in the dark, something I can hit 8 to 12 with. High quality reps. And then I'm gonna do the front raises with the 40, which I'm almost certainly gonna go lighter on the second set. Again, I wanna hit 8 to 12, but it's okay if I get 6 or 7, as long as they're really good reps. And I'm gonna try to squeeze them out as much as I can. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting? No, I'm just trying to buy myself some few extra seconds of rest. And it worked. Here we go. Here we go. One. Not bad, I did 11. Almost got that 12th one. And now for the superset. 1, 2, 3. Closer together. 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. Second and final set, down to 70-pound dumbbells. And I've cut the barbell in half from 40 to 20. Again, 40 is light, but not after I've done till failure dumbbell shoulder press. So, whew. Again, I want that quality up. That's what's gonna make the muscle go, quality reps. Not utilizing momentum with heavier weight than I can handle. And I'll just get injured. Here we go.
Ooh, shit. Oh yeah. 10, not bad. Definitely more tired. Ugh. 12. That's it. Pretty good. Let's see what else I got left. Set number 1, and this is for the rear delts. Love this gym, but one thing I don't crazy about are the pec decks. I find their range of motion's not great, and there's too much slack in the rope, so I'm gonna go with a dumbbell variant. We'll see how it goes. I've never done this exercise as part of a workout. I've tried it out at times. Let's give it a try. And I'm probably gonna do more than 8 to 12, but I will slowly raise the weight up over time. Let's set the baseline. Here we go. Ooh. 16. All right, I think I'll stick with that weight for the last set. Second and final. Since I hit 16, I'm gonna go with 40 pounds again. Here we go. This is the last shoulder workout exercise of the day. That's a tricky exercise because I can keep going, I'm just not going high enough, so I gotta call it somewhere. We'll call it 14. Whew. Definitely feel it. Good workout. A little gassed. I got a couple more tricep exercises I'm gonna do, but you'll see me for the pose down, all right?
Alrighty then, let's discuss. So that was definitely the easiest workout I've ever done. But you know what? I did pretty well. I'm happy with what I did. My numbers are kind of all over the places. You know, a lot of the exercises I'm doing in the high teens, which, you know, it is too high. But I still went to failure. It was a good effort. That is the most important thing. And then I'm going to look at it next week. I'm going to see how I'm feeling in the warm-up and then make the proper adjustments. Should take me about 2-3 weeks. And then we'll have the baseline. I'll know exactly where I am at every level. And even though I'm doing less, every exercise I'm doing feels like a great one, which is really important. I do better with fewer exercises and fewer sets. And I crank my intensity up to the max for every one of those sets. Because the way I see it is, yeah, you could do more, but like at some point you're not progressing. You're just burning yourself out. And you don't want to burn yourself completely out. If you do that, you're not going to be able to heal. And remember, the healing part, the recovery portion, is where all the muscle gains are. You don't build muscle in the gym. What you're doing is you're creating a stimulus. You stimulate the muscle, and then your body does an immune response or an adaptive response and gets more muscle, so next time it won't be in the position it was, right? But then you keep doing that. And that's the trick. But it has to be combined with proper rest, proper sleep. And some people can just handle more than others. And for me, I'm probably on the lower end of that spectrum. So that's really all I have to say about the workout. Stretching went well. I'm hungry, I'm gonna go eat. And tomorrow will be leg day again. For leg day, it'd probably be a shorter day than it was last week. I did way too much last week. I basically went all out last week, and I still haven't fully recovered from it. Although I don't feel any pain from the workout. I am still a bit tired. So it'll just be a bunch of 2 sets per exercise, no calves. At least not yet, they'll be added later on. So with that, I thank everybody that watches and likes and comments. I appreciate it very much. It definitely helps with the algorithm. I'd like to get to 2,000 subscribers. And I'll definitely do that this year. So I appreciate people that watch it, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. All right? Till next time, peace out.